learning centers. I'm Indrani Liu from Persatuan Tadika, Malaysia, and I will be discussing the establishment of learning centers. Now, learning centers in preschools and kindergartens help the children to grow. Well, firstly, because they are working in a center with a few other children, they get the opportunity rather to develop their social skills. Then they have to decide, okay, literally negotiate with the other children who will be doing what. Thirdly, okay, they also have to go and arrange, okay, who will be using which material, okay, and whether or not, okay, they can share or they will have to wait. And also, they have to decide who will be doing what when it's time to clean up. At the center where there are fewer children, a child who is struggling with a task can actually ask a friend for help, or a child who actually sees that his friend is having some difficulty, okay, he or she can offer help. Preschool centers also help children to become more self-aware. There's that social aspect of negotiating with their classmates, okay, in order to be able to enjoy the activities at the center. And children will learn things like what they like, what they don't like, okay, and how, okay, if they don't like something, how they can actually use their words to talk about it instead of getting angry or throwing a tantrum. One thing that children learn from the learning centers will be time management. The teacher will tell you 60 minutes, 1 hour center, okay, center playtime. If you have a child who wants to, all right, go to the math center as well as the science center, okay, she will have to figure out how much time she's going to spend at each center. Self-regulation is something which is very important for children. Okay, you don't want children who are tantruming, they get upset, they scream, they shout, they even hit others when they don't get what they want. All right, so self-regulation of emotions is something which the children actually practice in the learning center. For example, you see in the picture on the left, okay, the little boy looks very unhappy, okay, but you notice that he's not behaving inappropriately. He's not happy, you can see it in his face, but okay, he doesn't hit, he doesn't shout. The other picture, child is upset, it's crying, okay, and it's okay to cry. The teacher is there, all right. Teacher may pat him on the shoulder, okay, but we allow the child to express their feelings. So children working together at a learning center get a lot of opportunity to practice social and emotional regulation. And the teachers, as they go around the centers, are also able to support the children or to actually teach them appropriate behavior and responses. Exploring their own interests. A child who likes art and craft, okay, will rush over to the art and craft center. And at the art and craft center, if you see the pictures, there are actually different art and craft activities. On the right, okay, those are snails. So children cut paper and roll them up to make snails. The middle, there's a child who is cutting paper. Then you have some children, they are doing art and they are making, okay, what they have down there is actually, those are actually uh, like big marker pens, but it's flat. Okay, so when you put it on paper, apply it to paper, you get spots or round circles. On the extreme left, you have a girl who is really enjoying making some very colorful patches on the paper. So you have the art center with different activities. After a while, you'll see, all right, that the children have a definite interest. Some will like painting, some will like craft. Now, learning centers help children learn. Early childhood centers help children with early learning. Why? Because they can practice, do it again and again. All right. One thing that is actually very important is for children to learn that it's okay to make mistakes. Okay. Learning center time is a safe place to make mistakes. Okay. Children need to know that mistakes are a part of learning. Okay. And okay, in playing or exploring in a learning center allows children to make mistakes without stress. I actually had a girl, 6 years old, and the teachers came to tell me. Okay, this was about after a few weeks. Teachers came to tell me that the girl is very sensitive. She cries every time there is a so-called mistake. She cries. So if she can't find her book, she cries. Pencil drops on the floor, she cries. Okay, when she's not able to sharpen the pencil properly because the lead breaks, she cries. Okay, her water bottle, all right, is lost. Okay, they can't find it in the classroom. She cries. Okay, so when she writes and then she has to erase, okay, she cries. So teachers actually were actually quite fed up. So I decided to go to the class, and what I did was I brought paper with me. Okay, I went into the class and I told the children that I was there, okay, to tell them a little story, and then, okay, we were going to fold an origami boat. So I told them a little story which had a boat in it, and after that, I taught them to fold. Now, okay, what I did was that halfway through folding, so there I was, okay, this way, oh, good, okay, right. Then, oh no, oh, I tore my paper. Look, my poor boat. No. Should I cry? No. Okay. Then what should I do? Ah, I can ask the teacher for another piece of paper, and then I'll fold another boat. It's okay. Okay. If I tear the paper, then I asked the class teacher, she gave me another piece of paper. I continued folding. After that, what the teachers did was every time they what they did was every time, something happened, like she dropped the pencil and they can see from her eye, her expression. Oh, it's okay to drop the pencil. You can always pick it up. Okay. Oh, you okay, obviously after you drop a pencil and you try to sharpen it, the lead's all broken. Okay. Then the teachers look at her and say, oh, it's okay, come here. Okay, let me give you this pencil. Okay, this pencil, all right, can't be used anymore. The lead inside has broken into pieces. Okay, why don't you sharpen this pencil and use it? So, all right, she got over that crying. Okay, she got over that having to cry every time a so-called mistake is made. What happened was that we heard later, the teacher came and told me after parent-teacher conference, apparently the girl was being looked after by the grandmother, okay, after school, and she has two cousins. Okay, the girl in 6 years old, then she had a cousin who was like 9 and the other were 11, and apparently they were not very nice. They would laugh at her, all right, when she can't, she wants to do what the cousins do, and they laugh at her when she's not able to. And because of that, she became very uh, upset whenever there were mistakes. So what I did was I showed through my action. No, I'm in the middle of folding a book that I carried. I showed her and her classmates that mistakes are part of learning. Okay. Next, children, when they're at the learning center, they get to practice what they've been taught. They get to practice, practice, and practice. For instance, if a child has been taught how to count from 1 to 10, she can go to the maths center and use some of the activities. Now, on the left, you have number 7 and 7 bears. Okay. On the right, okay, the picture, I can see number 5, 8, 3, and 9. So what the children will do is that they'll take those cubes, yeah, okay, and put the correct, okay, number of cubes. Say 5. All right. They'll fix that cube, 5 cubes, and put it on top of number 5. Okay. There's something that I would like to draw your attention to on the left, the teddy bears. Now, you notice that the number 7 actually has dots. So it's actually to show them how to write it. Okay. So it's not just counting 7, it's also how to write 7. And if you want to, you can give the children Play-Doh, which they will roll into snakes, and then they make the number 7. Now, let's look at the bears. Can you see that there's actually, all right, a black and white image of the bear on the paper? So actually, there are already 7 drawings of bears. And the children are supposed to take the bear, the plastic bears and put. Okay. Now, this is a self-correcting activity. What that means is that children will definitely be able to count to 7. Why? They just have to put the colorful plastic bears on each of the outline. Guaranteed 7. They will be able to write 7 because there's a guide there. All right. Now on the right, okay, this is not a self-correcting activity, right? The child has to go and figure out what's 5. So when at your learning centers, okay, have some activities which are self-correcting. So you know that the children will definitely get it right. Okay, then you have other activities that will extend, okay, like the picture on the right. In the learning centers, the children talk, so they develop their language skills. And even if the children are not talking, they're actually listening. So they also, all right, learn. And when I was teaching in England, all right, I had a boy from India and a girl from Japan in my year 1 class, and it was very interesting, okay, to see the way that the little Japanese girl who came without any English, okay, developed by the end of a month, she could speak, I mean, quite well actually, right? So children would learn from each other. Now, make sure that when you plan your learning center, be intentional. Make the activities inviting and engaging and a place where learning will occur. Right? Now, they just want to walk you through setting up a science center. Firstly, we start on the left here. Label everything. Okay, so if you look at these boxes here containing the learning center equipment, there are names and there are pictures. Why? Because the children will be able to help you to clean up. All they have to do is put, okay, the objects in the right box. If they can't read, never mind, because there's a picture there as well. This is very important. If not, all right, the children are going to leave everything lying around in the center, and you will have to go and clear up. Okay, so teach the children to clear up for themselves and make it easier by labeling and putting pictures. Here, because it's a science center, have science tools like magnifying glasses and if goggles. Now, this box here has different types of stones, yeah. And the boy here is holding a magnifying glass to have to take a closer look at the stones. Lazada sells actually different types of stones that you may want to purchase. You purchase some to put it in your science center. Okay, science tools like what? Sorting tray, magnifying glass, and these are tweezers. Okay, these are plastic tweezers. So the activity here is to sort all the seeds which are in this container. They are mixed. Okay, sort them out. Okay, into different according to their type. So you have sunflower seeds here, corn. All right. Science tools like rulers. Okay, you see you got this clownfish here. There's this you've got this white ruler, and I like this colorful ruler that a child can use to measure. Okay, the lion. Something else is the what? The balance. Okay, and another thing that you can have in your science center, okay, it would be a small kitchen scale, the one that you use to when used to weigh to measure your baking supplies. Okay, is a science center have some natural materials, wood, leaves, stones, okay, pumpkin, and you can bring in other vegetable and fruit. Okay, I think these are seashells. By the way, on Lazada you can buy seashells. A science center needs a plant or two. Okay, if your science center is not near a window, then make sure that you get maybe one or two plants which can grow with less sunlight. Okay, the money plant doesn't need much sunlight, so you can use that. All right, and you may want to have what? A fish or two. What I used to do is that I actually go to the aquarium, the fish supply shop, and I purchased these small little fish, one bag of fish for 2 ringgit. These are the small fish which are used to feed bigger fish like the arowana. So they're very cheap. I bring them back to the school. Okay. They don't live very long, but enough to give the children, okay, what do you call it? A few days, okay, of observing the fish. And because there's so many of them, what I'll do also is that I will separate it into another, in 2 or 3 containers, and I ask the children to put their hands in to actually what? Feel or touch the fish. Yeah. Okay. Building materials are important. Why? They are part of STEM. Science, technology, engineering, and maths. Right? You notice that this little there are some cards here, yeah? I can build. So actually each of those cards will have different, okay, combination. All right, different combination. So then what the children do is they look at the picture and then they make that. This will be for children who are not very certain what not what to do. So they can start off with following the guide. Once, okay, they are more confident, most children will then build their own. And it's quite interesting to see, all right, their creativity. At the Science Center, you can also have books for the children to read. These are more like picture books, okay, not many words. You can have non-fiction as well as fiction books. Now, what about a math center? Okay, you see again there are labels here, yeah, and on the plastic container itself. So remember, label everything so the children can help you clear up. And then obviously at the Science Center, you'll have math manipulatives, which are, I mean, we are quite used to. Here are the cubes, okay? Over here, dominoes, okay, are the bears, and these are actually right plastic pieces, different shapes. Ice cube trays are good, and so are muffin or cupcake pans. Okay. Now these are muffin pans, and what the teacher has done is put paper in and written certain numbers. And what does the child do? Look at this container, plastic numbers. So the child will put the same number. So for example, this is number 4. The child has to look for a plastic 4 to put it in. Okay. Then here, right, the children are arranging. Okay. These are pom-poms, putting them into the ice cube trays. Again, the muffin pans with numbers, and the children use the tweezer to pick up the pom-poms to put in. Okay. This side, puzzles. Puzzles are good for children. But some people say, huh? Puzzles? They're not numbers. But the thing is that the puzzles actually help them with what? With geometry, to look at shapes. Okay. And also visual discrimination, to be able to see the difference in the pictures. Sorting is good. So here, all right, these are pieces of paper, okay, and the children are now sorting all these buttons and plastic shapes according to color. Yep. Here is our cube again, and it says here rolled and build. So there's a 9 here. So there are 9 cubes here, right? So games, all right, help with learning math concepts, and it's fun. Manipulatives, you can have mini erasers, the small ones. I like mini erasers because they can be used for counting, or if they're playing a game, okay, say snakes and ladders, they can use those little erasers to be the what? To be the to be their piece, okay? Or, all right, the mini erasers can also be used for sorting. Now, you notice that there are so many different types of manipulatives here. They are all kept in containers. And you notice that the containers are transparent or see-through, so that it's very easy, okay, to find, okay, what you need, and very easy to put things back in the right container. Yeah. Lego, most of us use Lego, but I noticed that not many Malaysians buy the base plate. This is the base plate. Okay. It can be very expensive, almost 100 odd ringgit. They're different sizes, also different colors. But you can again buy it, okay, cheaper from Lazada. By the way, I do not own any shares in Lazada. Correct. So when you have a base plate, the children can fix the Lego on it. Okay, they can fix the Lego on it and build structures. And here, all right, there are cards here with suggestions what to build. So you can see here, the first is airport. So that here's the aeroplane, and this is the building, the airport itself. Patterns are part of maths, so the children can explore patterns again using these cubes. So the There is a task here. Okay, there's a task, a card here. Yellow, yellow, blue, yellow, yellow, blue. So the child will look for yellow and blue and fix this, following it. Okay, here, ice cube tray. All right, the teacher has put orange or red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red. So what the child will have to do is do the same thing, copy. Okay, here, okay, use M&Ms to make a pattern. All right. This is what I was talking about earlier. It looks like a marker pen, and you open it and you can what? Stamp, and it makes like little spots, circles. Right. Explore measurement. Okay. Use the scale. Okay. Which is heavier? Which side is heavier? Okay. The green or the blue. All right. You can use these cubes. Again, these cubes. And what do? You measure things using the cube. All right. So this mitten here is about what? Maybe 10 cubes. 10 cubes long. The smaller mitten, maybe 6 cubes long. Okay. So children can actually be very creative in what they use to measure. Okay. Here, there's some sorting and measuring being done. Have you okay? You notice that the wild animals, from the longest to the shortest, or biggest to the smallest. Okay, and all right, these children can also measure these snakes. All right, geometry, shapes. Okay, what can the children do? One is they match 2 stars, 2 hearts, 3 triangles. Okay, there is a worksheet here, and the child is supposed to either stick or stamp, okay, the hearts in. Here, all right, Play-Doh and toothpicks. All right, they can make 2D shapes or 3D shapes. And over here, okay, shapes. It's this board here actually guides the children, rectangle, triangles, and all that. And then what happens is that over here, okay, the children will sort the different types of shapes. Math Center can have fiction books. It can have non-fiction books, right? And when I teach, okay, I actually use the books. I read it with them, okay? And then it's interesting. Then later on, I will actually see a child picking out that same book and going through and reading. Actually, what's happening is they're looking at the picture, all right, and they say what they see, okay? But to them, it's reading. It's early reading. What about literacy? Let's have a look at some activities. Well, you can have different, okay, sizes, different shapes, different font size. And you notice these are all capital. There's actually capital and lowercase and uppercase letter mixed. When you start off with just the uppercase. Don't mix it yet, right? I like this, right? And the children love it. I always ensure that my teachers teach all the children, 3-year-olds until 6-year-olds. They will all learn in the first 2 weeks of school how to write their name. The 3-year-olds, okay, won't be writing. They will be doing something like this. This is a ice cream stick. The child's name is written on it, and then letters are written on these wooden pegs which have been colored. And so what the child does is that, for instance, all right, last part of his name is N. Okay, Morgan N. So he sees the N on that stick with his name on it. Then he looks for the N and he flips the clothes peg N on top of the N on the stick. They love it. Other ways, again here, Austin, okay, This is printed out and laminated, and then the children, okay, clip the correct pegs on the name. Here, Chase, all right, the student here is using what? You notice that this tray is a metal, okay? So these are magnetic letters. You have Austin here, and then the child is using, okay, plastic letters again. Same thing, Tristan, okay? And then what is Taryn doing? Taryn is writing, okay, on sand. Or, okay, looks like what do you call that? Oh, the child is not writing, sorry. The child is what? Stamping. Then you have Taryn is Taryn. Okay. So many different ways to practice name recognition. Something else that can be done. This girl's name is Alina, is printed. Okay, it's printed and laminated, and then the child puts what? Little stars on it. So as the child is putting the little stars on the letters of her name, she is learning, okay, the letters that spell her name. All right. And this is, I enjoy this. For example, the name Caden, the boy's name is Caden. So you repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. The first time, the K is missing. The second time, K and A. The third, K-A-D missing. Oh, fourth, K-A-D-E gone. And then the last, the child has to write the whole name. But I like the way the child gets the practice here. Okay. These are Play-Doh mats. So if you type in Google Play-Doh mats, you'll be able to get a lot of these things for free. Okay. So this is printed out and laminated. The child is given Play-Doh to make the letters. And here, the child uses marker pen to write capital A's and then to circle the A in the words. Yeah. Salt trays are very useful. Okay, so and salt is quite cheap. So what you do is that you buy and pour salt into a tray, and then you get the child to write. Okay, if the child already knows the shape of the letter E, the child will just write. If the child is not very sure, then what happens is that there is a card with the E, which the child can put at the top here, okay, where the pinwheel is, and then follow copyright. Okay, build the letter F. These are actually those cute mini erasers. Okay, and then look here. How to write the letter F correctly? There are, all right, guides. There's a guide here. And there's some more letters. Okay, I like this. Okay, just go and get buttons. Again, Shopee and Lazada have lots. All right. So A, B, and C, what the child does is that, all right, puts the buttons on the letters over here. Again, very good for recognition. Okay. Excuse me. Here. Use these cubes, yeah, to make letters. So this is H and then G. So the child just follows, just puts the cube on top. This is, okay, sand tray writing again. So you got all the letters here. So the child takes the first G, the child will write. And after that, the child will remove the G and take another card. Okay, this is nice. All right. You use these Q-tips, you know, those earbuds. All right. And then what happens is that you print out letters with little circles, and then the children will use the Q-tip, okay, to place or color, okay, the paint inside the letters. And this is very good for what? Control. So very good fine motor activity. Here, this is A to Z, okay, and this is a capital letter, over here is lowercase, and the children will clip, all right, the wooden pegs. You can also buy activities like this. Again, I can tell you it's available on Lazada. Okay, very useful. The children like it. Here are the base plates, the Lego base plates I was talking about. So you have the Lego Lego base plates. Children can actually do things like this, making letters. Yeah. You can also use the Lego, maybe bigger pieces, okay, even Duplo, and you can write on it. Okay, so these are all small letters. Okay, they are written on 3 separate pieces. Okay, you take it apart, let the children put it together. And over on top here, Lego pieces with words written on it. You can get the children, for example, arrange it in alphabetical order. You can get the children, all right, okay, all the animals. Which are the words? Okay, which are the nouns, which are animals? Okay, put it over here in this cup. All right, now, what other words are there? Maybe word family, the AT family, Mac, bat, cat, sat. Okay, then that can be put in the green container. Right. Lego word family sorting, fog, hog, dog, log, bag, frog. So the all right, write on it using what do you call that? Sharpie, the permanent Sharpie. It can be removed with alcohol. Uh, you can actually go and buy the alcohol from the pharmacy. Okay, so that is not so strong. Yep, and you can use it to remove the words, clean it up. Right, and over here, to help the children learn how to spell, okay, the larger one piece here, these are duplos. This piece here is the whole word, C-A-N, can. And then these are separate. So the child will take the blue word Lego and go and look for the A, the N, and the C and put it together. Yeah, like this. Yeah. You can get cards like this, okay, online, right? So what is you have a letter A, and then all around it there are different letters, and they're in different fonts. So the child takes a clip. You can use plastic clip, colorful plastic clips, or these wooden pegs, and then the child pegs on every A. This is the peg on every B. Okay. Now, the pegs, yeah, wooden pegs are actually easier for the children to manage, and it's very good for children to use the pegs because it helps them to strengthen their pincer grip for writing, because they have to keep doing this. So this becomes stronger. This, okay, and then they will hold the pencil with more control. Now, if you want to buy colorful plastic coat pegs, please, before you buy it, check, okay? Is it very hard, very difficult to press down? Because if it is, your children may not be able to use it, all right? Here, these are clip cards. So, for example, POT pot. There are 3 pictures here. The child clips the what do you call that? The peg on the correct picture. Okay, I see a bag. C is the sight word, S-E-E. Then the child spells, okay, S-E-E using plastic letters. Okay, here, other sight word activities, L-I-K-E, okay, the child has to look for the paper pencils with the right letters. Hey, where am I? Sorry. Okay, I like this. Read it, build it, write it. So maybe like is the letter. So what happens that this actually is a card. So you can have a stack of these cards, sight words. So the child will take one, L-I-K-E. So then the child uses plastic letters to build, to make L-I-K-E, and then write L-I-K-E. This is laminated, so the child will use a marker. Okay. Again, Lego, N-E-T and all. Okay, N-E-T for net, C-A-R for car. So what can happen is this the child gets the picture card, picture with the word N-E-T, then they, all right, you look for the Lego with the correct letter and they build N-E-T-C-A-R. These are good. These are, you can purchase these online, okay? You print it out, then you cut it and you laminate it. The advantage of this is the picture, usually obviously the child can put together the fish. By putting together the fish, they get this spelling correct, fin. Okay, so it's actually supported or scaffolded word recognition. Okay, you have cups with A-E-I-O-U labels. Then what do? The child picks up the pictures. Oh, this is a cat. So which vowel? Okay, this is also very interesting. It's a sentence. The cat is on the mat. Okay, then there's a picture of a cat on the mat. So, all right, when the child puts the picture together, then the sentence will also be correct. Looking for sight words, the word is, okay, up. So the child has to circle all the ups. Okay. This is very interesting. So-called secret sentence. What happens is that, look at the pictures. All right. Write the letter that this picture starts with. So this is a mushroom, M. Yo-yo, Y. This is a cupcake, apple, and a tree. So my cat, igloo, sun, is on my lap. A pig sat in the, what's that? Must be mud. Yeah. You look at the pictures here, the two elephants, yeah, a bigger and a smaller elephant. So one elephant is a capital E, the other elephant is a lowercase e. Then the children, all right, it's cut, and then the children match them together. Another way of matching could be these apples, okay, these butterflies or these fish, right? Lowercase d, uppercase d. Numeracy, okay? Right. Look at this. I can tell you it's very expensive to purchase because it's made of wood. So we can use the idea, we can make our own. So how can we make this? What materials do we need? Something that will be very easy to, okay, convenient to use will be egg cartons. So you get the egg carton, all right, and then, all right, get the egg carton, okay, then you need to go and figure out what you want to use to put in the, all right, egg carton, each cup, all right. Then there are numbers here, okay. So what can you do? You can just use what? Paper to laminate, okay, or, okay, you write it on manila cardboard, you cut it out. Children love these, okay. These are numbers, okay, but you notice on it, it's been done like a road. And so the children use the little toy cars to move along the road. Okay. And what happens when they do that? They're learning their numbers. Okay. These are number maths, and I like them very much because the first part here, the child uses Lego. The child uses Play-Doh, make the letter 7. Here, you notice, this is a 10 frame, okay, exactly 10. So this has been filled, exactly 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is what did I say, is not self-correcting activity. So what does a child do? The child, up to you, you can give them buttons. The child can put 7 buttons, or the child can use Play-Doh to make 7, okay, balls. All right. So if you look here, the ones on top, the 16, 17, and 10, the 10 frames are empty. 4 and 5, 14 and 15 at the bottom, the 10 frame has already been filled. So the child just follows and definitely will therefore get it correct. Self-correcting activity. Here, again, okay, the number 4, you can use Play-Doh, all right, F-O-U-R, Play-Doh, or number 4, Play-Doh, and even shows you with the fingers, number 4. Here, they need to, all right, fill 4 of the frame, parts of the 10 frame, and this is a number line. Okay, the child also has to do that. Notice this is free. At the bottom, actually, all right, there are the websites where you can get it from. Counting cards using buttons, 4. Okay, so put 4 buttons there. And you can make this, okay, like this. See, it's already here. So again, these are self-correcting. The child just puts 1 button each. You may even want to get them to do the exact same color. Okay? Right. Alternatively, you don't print the buttons, so the children have to do it on their own. Over here, there are clip cards. So 1, 2, 3 buttons, 3. So the child takes a peg and pegs on number 3. Here they are. Other examples. Okay, bears. Now, what can you do with these? You notice that they are numbers with little circles. Well, the children can put buttons, okay, on it, right? You can use these flat glass beads on it. This you can purchase at Daiso or DIY, okay? You can, what? Play-Doh balls put on it. You can use what? Counters, those plastic chips that use for counting. You can put pom-poms, all right? Many different ways of using it. Again, here, these are, okay, animals, right? And what do? Put something here. Pom-pom, glass bead, up to you. This is lovely, all right? We can make it easily. Go and get what? If you want, stars, all right? So this is 1 to 10. Number 1, you see that on the clip, number 1 is written here. You clip it, the child clips here. This is 6. So the child will have to go and count and clip at the right place. And this is 11 to 20, right? Missing number. 8, 9, what is that? Then 10, 11, 12 are here. So what do? So 8, 9 is 10. So the child takes the peg, pegs it on number 10. I like this. Very easy to do. All right. Make so-called kites. So you use ribbon and cardboard. And then what happens? On the shape of the kite, you write numbers, and then the child will clip, okay, clip the exact number of clips onto the ribbon tail. Now, these are smaller clips, yeah, so actually you can go and explore and get different size clips. All right, shapes. What do you use? You use colored popsicle sticks or colored ice cream sticks. Here, this higher level, 4 plus 3 is 7. Again, this is a clip card, so the child clips. Okay. Another thing that you can do is you don't put the numbers 9, 7, and 10. You don't. You just put 4 plus 3, and then the child has to clip. All right. The clip that has the correct answer is 7 there. Dominoes, different ways of making number 4. 2 plus 2 or all 4 together or 1 and 3. Okay. It's a very good activity. Pom-poms. Okay. These are the bottle caps. So 4 bottle caps, the child will put 4 pom-poms. Again, both of these activities, because the bottle caps are there as a guide for the children, these are self-correcting activities. Okay, this is a card. The girl is holding number 5, number 2, and then this is a pipe cleaner, and these small beads. So 5, the child will put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beads. This is very good for fine motor skill. Okay, again, using those cubes, the child will make 1, 2, 3, self-correcting. Okay, this using buttons to place on the number itself. Patterns, okay, patterning. So this is actually a laminated card, and then the child follows the pattern and makes okay, the same pattern using Lego. Here a bit more advanced, okay, because it's different pieces. Right. Another, copy the pattern here, and then you're using bigger beads and string, like lacing beads. This is very interesting. This is actually blue. You can find blue, what do you call that? Tape. And then the children are given some beads. I like these, very nice and colorful. And they put on the tape. Ice cream stick. Then what you do is that if you can actually get felt, cut out the shape. Okay? Or you can draw on it. This is just drawn. Yeah. Shape Play-Doh mats. Okay? This is just a shape. This one, okay, this is a square. I can cover the squares. Yep. But colorful buttons, okay, colorful cups. The children sort. So yellow the yellow button will be put inside this yellow container. Notice that there has to be a cover, and then they have to put it through that slot here. Excellent for fine motor. Very interesting and simple to make a color activity. Cardboard, okay, color, and then colored mini clothes peg. All right, Lazada has them too. One set here, okay, of spot patterns, and the children will follow and to make the pattern. This is single, okay. Here it's what, 9. Okay, so the child has to follow to make exactly the same. Yeah, 9 circles. These are cards. They show different Lego structures. The children follow accordingly to make. This is only half the card. You know what? This is symmetry. So you have this. This is actually the picture. Then the child takes the same color and shape Lego and makes the same pattern on the other side. Sorting by size, small, medium, large. All right, there are 3 sizes of bears here, but you can use, all right, different size erasers. This is sorting according to color. Again, okay, you get the children to use tweezers because you're trying to strengthen their fingers. This is quite easy to do and looks lovely. Ice cream stick, rainbow colors. Then go and get, either you can get mini colored tote bags. If not, you have to paint them yourself. Yeah. These are cute. Okay, these are pegs, small pegs with a heart on it. Okay, I have to tell you that Lazada has that too. Color, sorting, okay? All these cards, according to color. So banana, this is a yellow capsicum or pepper and the sun, okay? They are yellow, so the child puts it here in this yellow sector. Colored cups, okay? And then there's this design of a structure which the children have to arrange. Okay? 9. Again, it's 9. So that you see these little cards there with the dots. So the child, okay, arranges accordingly. Now, this is very interesting. You notice that this is the chart here actually has different colored circles. And if you look at, okay, these sticks, these are ice cream sticks, but they've got 3 colored felt on it. So the child has to look, for instance, pink, red, blue. They have to go and look for pink, red, blue, all right, and match it. So this is actually it's actually a more advanced. So again, be intentional. Make your learning center activities inviting and engaging, and your learning center will be a place where learning will occur. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy establishing learning centers.